Just like every year, thousands of fish had arrived at the Great Barrier Reef. That was where they held the Reef Cup. It was the most important underwater race in the world. Blaze and her friend Bubbles were at the starting line.
It would be really great to win the Reef Cup.
Yeah, we've trained a lot all year long. Standing next to her was Shocks, the electric eel. She had won the last 2 races. Everybody knew she was capable of doing anything it took to win. Overhearing them, she said,
This year, I'm going to win the cup again.
Eels are a fish that are shaped like snakes. They can grow up to 6.5 or 8 feet long and weigh up to 44 pounds. They can discharge electrical shocks if they feel threatened to protect themselves.
Sea turtles are reptiles with flat bodies, a shell, and extremities in the shape of fins. They live in the open sea, in shallow lagoons, or in coral reefs.
At the start of the race, the fish swam through the coral and seaweed. During the race, they could encounter many dangers: strong currents, moray eels, and fearsome sharks. Blaze and Bubbles swam speedily and moved to the front. Shocks closed in from behind. They saw how she shot a spark at a fish in front of her. Did you see that? They should disqualify her.
They would if they saw it. But she's very clever. Let's keep going. Octopuses are mollusks. Tentacles with lines of suction cups come out of their huge head. They use their tentacles to move around and defend themselves from other animals by shooting ink at them.
Blowfish live in deep water and in coral reefs. They have large spines and can fill up with air and water to make themselves bigger. That way, other animals can't eat them. Blaze and Bubbles came out of a tunnel. They swam rapidly, hoping to avoid any sharks. Then they saw that something was falling from the surface.
Look out! Get out of the way, Bubbles!
It was a white microwave. It had a glass door that opened and closed like a shark's mouth. It had been thrown by somebody who didn't care about polluting the ocean. Bubbles didn't react in time and was trapped inside the appliance. He was very scared to see that he was falling into the deep.
The manta ray is a fish that lives in warm waters around the world. Other fish, looking for protection or to feed off its leftovers, attach to the underside of its body. Did you know that they can jump out of the water like sharks and dolphins?
Dolphins are mammals that live in the water. They are highly social and live in groups of around 20. Did you know that dolphins can make a wide range of sounds?
Coral reefs are communities of living beings with a huge diversity of corals, seaweed species, invertebrates, and fish. Did you know that they're also known as the forests of the sea?
Blaze was in first place. She could win the Reef Cup, but she would never have been able to forgive herself if something happened to her friend. Seeing Shocks, Blaze asked her for help.
Shocks, my friend is in danger. Please, could you help me rescue him? I can't do it alone. And lose the Reef Cup? No way! Good luck with the rescue.
And she swam off. Blaze didn't hesitate and swam towards the microwave. She was afraid for her friend. She hit the glass with her head, but nothing happened. She tried to open the door with an oyster shell, but that didn't work either. All of the fish in the race passed above her, but Blaze didn't care. Finally, she discovered a button, and when she pushed it, the door opened. Bubbles was free! Crabs are invertebrates from the crustacean family that live near or in the water. They have 10 legs they use to swim and move around. Their front legs are shaped like pincers, and they use them to pick up food.
Seahorses are fish that live in warm water and are endangered. Unlike other fish, they swim in a vertical position. Did you know that their name comes from the fact that their head looks like a horse's?
Blaze and Bubbles crossed the finish line in last place, and the crowd cheered. Everyone knew that Blaze had chosen to save her friend instead of winning the race. Right then, a giant octopus announced the name of the winner. Shocks proudly came forward to collect her prize, but nobody cheered for her. "We have decided to award a special prize. For her loyalty to her friend and for her behavior during the race, Blaze will receive the Cup of Sportsmanship." Jellyfish are invertebrate marine animals. They live in warm and tropical waters. Their bodies are gelatinous and shaped like bells, and they have long tentacles. Their tentacles have cells that excrete venom as a defense mechanism.
Starfish are echinoderms. Their bodies are made up of a central piece that 5 arms are connected to. They live on the bottom of the sea in coral reefs or seaweed forests.
Blaze was happy. It was a golden cup, much bigger than the Reef Cup. She shared it with her friend Bubbles. All of the fish cheered and chanted their names. Shocks, embarrassed, left with her cup. That day, she had learned that in sports, winning isn't everything.
If you want to learn more, click on more videos and subscribe to the Smile and Learn channel, and you'll stay up to date with new adventures.